it's Amanda Wells, and I wanted to just give you a little bit of a rundown on my biblical numbers course. Now, I've had so many people say to me, oh, numerology, that's of the devil. Well, let's just get that straight for a second, because numerology just means the study of numbers, the same as nephrology means the study of the kidneys. So the enemy has taken the study of numbers and used it for his purposes, but it was always God who used numbers. Now, have you ever wondered why in the Bible, he says on the sixth day man was created, or on the third day of the fourth month, and then goes through the generations, everything is numbered. It's because numbers are part of his language. And the problem is we don't really speak his language. We haven't learned his language. And I'm going to try and help you to be enlightened to his language, you might say. Now, let me just give you a bit of an example of what you'll be learning in this course. For example, man was created on the sixth day. Now, 6 is the Hebrew letter Vav, V-A-V, and it means this: a hook to heaven that connects the spiritual and the earthly and is able to download what is in heaven by that hook down to earth. Now, doesn't that make something so incredible now that God created us on the Vav day, because you and I are hooks to heaven. And it is amazing what God uses then. Now, the hooks on the tabernacle were the Vavs, and they were silver, which speaks of redemption, and they were fastened to the tabernacle. Why? Because the tabernacle was a shadow of what was in heaven. And God was saying the very hooks on the tabernacle are like man. They have the ability to pull heaven down to earth. Now let's just have a look at it again. Man was created on the sixth day. Man was created to work for 6 days. So our labor is a hook that brings heaven to earth. Our labor is what changes the marketplace. The marketplace has changed because of you and I. So when people say, oh, God told me not to work, it's just not true biblically. Let's have another look. Now, when Adam fell, what happened was there was a broken Vav. Before that, the Vav was not broken. It was unbroken. But after Adam fell, all the Vavs were broken. Now, when God created the generations of the heaven and earth, which he used in Genesis 2 verse 4, it was before the sin and fall of Adam. So the Vav was totally whole. After the fall, what happened was there was the broken Vav. And so whenever you looked at the generations, there was always a missing or a defective Vav in the generations. Now, when Perez came, and Perez, the name Perez means breakthrough. It means the breach. What happened in Ruth 4:18 was that the Vav was restored, and it was no longer defective, but it was restored through Perez's generation, through King David, and then, of course, through Jesus, the Messiah. So numbers are not just something that we look at and think, oh, number 6 is the beast. Well, yes, it is, but there are 3 of them, and there is 3 means Gimel, and there are 3 sixes. That is his number. God numbers the hairs on our head. He numbers the stars. He numbers the sand. He numbers our days. He numbered the beast. So it's obvious that is the very thing that God uses in his language. Now, if you look, if 6 is the Vav, which comes from heaven to earth to download, that is exactly what the devil wants to do. He wants to get back into heaven, bring it onto earth, and have his throne on earth. He can't. But there is a reason why God chose 666. Now, these are the sort of things you're going to be learning in this course. And I know that you are going to have so much fun in it. It's going to be awesome, because I'm going to tell you what each number means. And so when you start to see numbers, when you are looking at the numbers in Hebrew, everything will start to make sense. Even the word woman, it is made up of numbers. And when you look at that, it just explains how women were created. I'm Amanda. I hope you enjoyed that. Now go on to the course. I've given you the website. You can find it below. Don't miss this. It's one of the most exciting courses I've done. I enjoyed it so much. Everyone who knows me knows I love looking at why God chooses certain numbers in the Bible. And I will see you on the course. Bye for now.